I grew up going to church. From a young age, I had an acute understanding that a terrible place called hell exists, and I definitely didn't want to go there. And so I did everything within my limited human ability to avoid sin and please God. I was so afraid of hell that I would consistently win the best behaved student award from primary school till the end of my secondary school years. I guess I would say that I was the goody two-shoes student that didn't want anyone to stain my whites. And the reason wasn't because I was trying to please the teachers. It was for one simple reason: hell. Little did I know that my efforts counted for nothing in the eyes of God. I had no idea that my attempts at righteousness by my works were nothing but filthy rags before God. And so it wasn't till the summer of 2016 that I truly encountered the gospel. I remember coming across a lady on Twitter who would consistently speak so delightfully and personally about God. I just did not understand how it was possible to call God friend. And so it struck up jealousy within me. She'll talk about hearing from God and how that God was her father and friend. And truly I coveted what she had. Up until then, I only knew God as master. I only knew God as Lord. I only knew God as God. And so on the night of the 26th of August 2016, I said a prayer to God saying, God, I heard that you speak, but you've never spoken to me before. I have been so dedicated to you. I don't do bad things, so why don't you speak to me? If you're real, I want you to speak to me. This honest request led to the most transforming occurrence in my life, receiving the gift of salvation. After this prayer, I went to sleep, and I found myself in a weird limbo where I knew I was deeply asleep, but I was also deeply aware of my physical environment. In this weird space, God spoke to me. He told me of my flaws and my sins. He told me of the things I had done wrong, how that I wasn't as innocent as I claimed to be. I became so deeply convicted of the futility of my works and also of the depravity of my mind. I felt dirty. I felt helpless. And then he said, but I can wipe it clean. And he did. He told me how that the sacrifice of Jesus Christ on the cross was efficacious for the blotting away of my sins. How that if I simply put my faith in it, everything I had done in the past and even in the future would be forgiven. How that he wanted to become Father. He didn't want to be a faraway God. He wanted to be friend. And guys, that was when I truly started living.